रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, सोशल पार्ट छोड़ दो लेकिन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पार्ट है उसमें। और मुझे लगता है कि अगर कॉर्पोरेट उसके पीछे अपना वजन डाल दे, जैसे मैं सरकार के बारे में बताया, we had similarly we have taken up challenge of this Lusogonia games. We completed big international world class stadiums in 10 months flat at 1/4 the price of CWG. 60-70 करोड़ में जो उन्होंने 6-7 बरस पहले 140, 180, 200, 250 करोड़ में किया है, हम लोगों ने 50-60 करोड़ में वही टाइप का काम 10 महीने में पूरा कर, in spite of ban on mining. So अगर आप if you take it in a right sense, you can push in your weight behind it. I would urge corporate not to only see it from the angle of a percentage of profit. I would put it in a different way. If I want to spend more and my company or board is not permitting it to expand beyond 2%, then I would earn more money to increase the kitty. Why not think it that way? So केवल पैसा नहीं, तो sometime you have to think about it as your duty. After IIT, a lot of people ask me, why are you in politics? That was the first question. How are you in politics was second question. The second question, I would blame late our leader Prabodhini, who pushed me. I don't know whether the word blame is the right word for it, but I think he was responsible to isolate somehow and focus on me and managed to get all required approvals or whatever they were required to push me overnight into Lok Sabha as a Lok Sabha candidate. And I learned a lot from him. Learned so many things that I today feel absence on the national scenario of Pramodji, who happened to be the real brain and active support of this Prabodhini. I feel that the weight of the corporate behind it can give corporate a positive image, though it should not be the purpose of it. Many times you do things, a lot of people, suddenly I have become national figure. Maybe the party suddenly realized my simplicity as a virtue. या आपको सिंप्लिसिटी का प्रॉब्लम क्या है वो आपको मालूम नहीं, मुझे मालूम। कोई बड़ा नेता आ जाए, उसका जो ब्लैक कैट, रेड कैट, व्हाइट कैट जो रहता है वो मुझे भी पुश कर देती है। I don't insist, I walk behind. Doesn't make much difference. आपके पोस्ट और आपके फोटो में आने से आपकी कीमत रहती नहीं, लेकिन कभी कभी सवाल खड़ा हो जाता है। मुझे याद है मैं एक बार एयरपोर्ट पे जा रहा था, सुबह में नागपुर जा रहा था, सुबह से फ्लाइट से आ गया, दोपहर का नागपुर फ्लाइट था, बीच में 4 घंटे थे। दोस्त को फोन किया बॉम्बे एयरपोर्ट पे, जरा तुम्हारे इधर आता हूँ, उन्हें पिक मी अप, मैं प्रोटोकॉल कई बार लेता नहीं, तो उसके साथ गया उसके घर में, उसको बोला मैं एयरपोर्ट पे छोड़ दो। दूसरा जो साथ में था उसके पास बोर्डिंग पास था, प्रोटोकॉल के पास बोर्डिंग। आई मेड अ मिस्टेक, आई हैड कम बाय जेट एंड आई वाज सपोज्ड टू बी ट्रैवलिंग बाय एयर इंडिया। I got my friend dropped me at the jet departure, Air India ऊपर। तो 5-10 मिनट में कोई दिखता नहीं तो फोन कर दिया, तो he said that we are waiting for you, we are at the airport, अभी जाए कैसे, इसको छोड़ दिया है। So I managed to get a रिक्शा there. Normally पुलिस वाले अलाउ नहीं करते, लेकिन I managed। वो जाते जाते उसको पकड़ा, बोला छोड़ दो उधर, उसने मुझे छोड़ दिया। मैं उस समय 2003 का बात कर रहा था, CSF एयरपोर्ट मैनेज नहीं कर रही थी, लोकल पुलिस कर रहे थे। मैं अंदर घुस गया, IITian होने के कारण मुझे एक प्रिंसिपल मालूम है, इफ यू वॉक इन विद कॉन्फिडेंस नो वन स्टॉप। I know a case where one boy student he had a bad with us that कोई बड़ा प्रोग्राम चल रहा था, उसका सब बोर्डिंग उठा के लेके आने का इवेंट है। पहले दिन ऐसा ही ऑर्डर छोड़ दिया, ये इधर क्यों रखा है, वो इधर क्यों रखा है। दूसरे दिन वैसा ही किया, तीसरे दिन उसको बोला ये इधर, इसका काम हो गया, अभी डाल दो गाड़ी। He got boom हो गया, चोरी हो गया. Then we realized he gave warning to that watchman who meekly surrendered. आप अगर 1,000 रुपया वॉचमैन को दे देंगे पर मंथ या भी 2,000 3,000, you expect him to be vigilant and intelligent to really protect your property? Is another question which I'm just raising. But I walked in, but that constable stopped me. I was surprised. I said, I'm chief stop. He's not ready to say. इतने protocol वाले भाग के आ गए. I was surprised. While walking in, I just stopped back and told him, asked him, why did you stop me? His question was very simple. साहब मैं रिक्शा से उतरते मैंने देखा आपको चीफ मिनिस्टर के रिक्शा में आ सकते. उसके बाद में I always carry the card issued to me by government, which is in my pocket always. तो गलती से किसी ने अगर रुकाया तो कम से कम कार्ड है. आजकल थोड़ा because of this simplicity I have become. Everywhere I have to thank my ex-IITian. IIT में अलग-अलग टाइप के लोग रहते हैं. You don't know how many types of IIT. I remember a story of my friend who had a habit of boozing almost all day in IIT, smoking also. So once he was sitting smoking, boozing with his friend who was totally teetotaler, non-smoker, everything. Suddenly, वो पीने वाले का बाप आ गया. The other friend of his is a smart IITian. So he peacefully picked up the glass, the cigarette, and walked out. He never smoked, he never drank. वो लेके गया, इसको बचाया उसने. उसको बाप बोलता है, अरे ऐसे लोगों के साथ संगत मत रखो. I'm not saying my counterpart is of this qualities, but I can only say one thing. It's a different for an NGO to agitate, and it's different to execute. So NGO should also keep this in mind, that all the time agitating doesn't serve purpose. I just saw PETA doing very good job. I also trying to work out some positive things, but sometimes extremism हो जाता है. So NGO should also, I understand, they are specialized in that field, so they have to be extremist in posture. But there's a basic book called as 48 Laws of Power by Green and someone written. Read it always. 12th law says, always talk about changes a lot. Do a small thing at a time. People are not that flexible to accept all changes overnight. Sometimes you have questions. Though I am green and supporter of wildlife, many times I realize after becoming chief minister, one disfigured person came to me and asked me a very simple question. He said, I stay in wildlife. My house is trapped in wildlife because we are staying there for hundreds of years. You have declared wildlife only 10 years back. So along with the wildlife, I am also trapped there. You have not made any alternative arrangement. No rehabilitation has taken place. I am still staying in the jungle. I said, your face, everything is disfigured. What is this? He said, I was attacked by a wild bear. उसने almost kill कर दिया मुझे. Luckily I was saved. I said, okay, then what do you want? He said, I have come to you with a problem. I have applied to Wildlife Board, your chairman. तो उसके एक सब कमेटी रहती है compensation देने के लिए. Wildlife attack से कुछ होता है तो compensation मिलता है. तो compensation के लिए अर्ज किया था. मेरा अर्ज बाहर फेंक दिया because they said that your attack has taken place in a wildlife area. So you put up it to me. I will give an exemption and get you there. He said, I have not come for that. Money you will give, I know. But my main problem is, मैं wildlife में था, उसने मुझे attack कर दिया, मुझे disfigure हो गया मैं. मुझे आप compensation नहीं दे रहे because I am in wildlife his area. कल अगर उसने मुझे मेरे एरिया में outside wildlife attack किया, can I shoot him? He will still punish me. It's a fundamental question which came before me. When you make they and me, this type of problems. Wildlife has to be protected, no doubt about it. but not by creating enmity with the human beings. If you don't take care of the people who stay there, in fact, this country does not require these Western advices. Vaishnav community in Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan has been after the famous actor for killing a black buck. They have been taught not to, it's almost a religious belief, not to kill animal, not to cut down a tree. So we have this imbibed in our culture, religion and various scriptures. हम लोग, मुझे लगता है कि जब एनजीओ के तरफ से देखते हैं तो आई फील दैट दे शुड बी मोर रिस्पॉन्सिव. पोस्चर अलग चीज, पोस्चर लेना ही पड़ता है. आपको 2 स्टेप्स पीछे आना है तो पहले आप 4 स्टेप्स आगे चले जाओ, लेकिन 2 स्टेप पीछे आने की गुंजाइश रखो. इफ यू डोंट डू दैट, दैट 4 स्टेप्स might result into injury to your steps and also a hostile situation from the other side. So social responsibility में social word जो आता है उसके साथ responsible word भी आता है. So I would urge upon corporate sector to put in their weight behind what they do, and that don't do it as your house exercise. Because अगर आपको समझ जाती what is really the social responsibility, you would not, the government would not have had to put that 2% barrier. The very fact that वो डाल दिया गया है, इसका मतलब when you go on earning money, you don't realize the social cost of it. आप जब मुझे dilemma comes to many times to me in Goa, because गोवा में green के बारे में जो एक फंडामेंटल से फीलिंग है वो बहुत पावरफुल है. We have very good environmental lobby, but then I wonder if there is such a powerful environmental lobby, why Goa's roads are all littered with plastic. Of course, when I came, I started exercise of collecting plastic on the roadside. I tell you, I collect 20 tons. Government collects 20 tons of plastic per day, which are littered across the state next to the main road. पानी पिया, बॉटल फेंक दिया, घर में पूजा का ये मिल गया, प्लास्टिक के बैग में डाल दिया, नदी में फेंक दिया. They have this problem. Then why a green state where people understand why are they using plastic? I don't use plastic. I refuse to take plastic. भगवान के पास जाता हूँ. आजकल पैसे की भी कीमत निकल गई. आजकल आप जाएंगे और थाली में 10 रुपया रखोगे तो कोई आपके पास आएगा नहीं. पुट 50 रुपीज, वो तीर्थ दे देंगे, 100 रुपया देंगे तो प्रसाद मिलेगा, और मैं 500 रुपया जब डाल देता हूँ तो आई गेट वो मांगने which says that इसको 15 बरस चीफ मिनिस्टर. They are trying to eradicate corruption where we try to bribe God. हर एक जाके बोलते हैं मुझे पास कर दो, मैं केले का प्रसाद चढ़ाऊंगा, और trying to even bribe God. This is imbibed in us. We have to work on a different mechanism of understanding what is character. I think अगर एक प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन है एनजीओ साइड या कॉर्पोरेट साइड, what is required is character. And character has 3-4 dimensions. Character is not only financial character. Character is social character, personal character, financial character. What is your role towards society? Do you recognize society based on need? I am from a caste which could have never ruled Goa. A very negative as far as social standing concerned. No one thought before I became chief minister that person belonging to this community will become a chief minister ever. Could not have. My opposition has been trying to sort of color me by my caste only. And unluckily for me, my party has a B word in the initials. So they call it party of that particular community. But I'll tell you, people also understand genuinity. in spite of all that effort, no work has stuck. Because social character has been 100%. I have gone by necessity, need, and particular situation. Never got favored by community, caste, or relation. I think this is also equally important. These dilemmas come. So corporate social responsibility, if we really understand that it is not a public relation exercise, it is not an exercise to be carried out by a trust formed by you. You can form a trust, but then arrange beyond 2%. If you are really trustworthy, then you can add money and put it in the trust. We have politicians doing the trust, taking kickbacks to the trust sometimes. So trust is an artificial method of funneling the money which actually should reach people through a particular project to be run by the people for themselves. You have to only empower it. You have to see that it is actually carried out, executed properly. And while executing, I would request corporate to put their mind behind it, not before it. It should be behind the organization. Organization also has to learn. It is where the role of Rambhau, Mhalgi, Prabodhini which comes. In fact, I was talking to Vinay that next year Goa government is working out some mechanism with Rambhau, Mhalgi, Prabodhini so that we can train. Because I realize that government officers, they are absolutely not trained. They don't understand. MLAs are not trained. MLAs don't understand their responsibilities. And we, I don't know how you manage to keep